New plus style, he come up. Look in EMTV, number one. Me pla go ahead, boss. Me pla hammer mass. Look in EMTV, number one.
This news program is proudly brought to you by Smart Start Breakfast Biscuits and Now Biscuits.
Said Julius slams fake news. Caprice declared member for Maprik open. And Mulitaka mass burial site declared. A very good evening. This is National EMTV News. I'm Grace Papiali. Thank you for joining us. This morning, a fake news broke out in social media announcing the passing of provincial member for New Ireland Province, said Julius Chen. In a media statement from the New Ireland provincial government, said Julius says these wicked people seem to be working very hard behind fake accounts to spread fake news.
Said Julius has called on the Department of Communication to investigate and prosecute those behind fake accounts spreading fake news. The same sentiments was shared by the Governor for West New Britain.
I firstly want to thank Governor Sasi Mutual of West New Britain for the encouragement, and I think together we confirm that I'm still alive. But more than that, I just simply want to thank you for your care, and I want to let you know that you're not the only one. All my families all over have sent their concern.
He says, unlike it is highly unfortunate this individual does not have the ability and courage to keep personal and political differences between themselves, instead of causing fear and concern about a senior leader's life. He called on the public to be wary of a repeated fake news offender from New Ireland Province with ulterior motives. Esther Gane, National EMTV News.
After exclusion 15 of the Maprik Open by-election counting progress, People's First Party candidate Libet Caprice won the seat with a total of 19,063, passing the absolute majority of 18,236. The declaration was made at around 6:25 yesterday afternoon by the returning officer David Wakias.
The member-elect Libet Caprice thanked the Electoral Commission support staff and employees for their unwavering dedication in making sure all national general election process were followed correctly. He also acknowledged members of the disciplinary forces who provided security to ensure a fair and safe 2024 by-election for Maprik district. Caprice went on to thank the 19,000 plus people who have casted their votes in favor of him and thank them for believing in him to represent them in Parliament. Libet Caprice is the son of late member for Maprik Open, Gabriel Caprice. Late Gabriel Caprice was elected in 2022 and after being in Parliament for only a year, passed away in August 2023. Edson Kuso, National EMTV News.
Prime Minister James Marape said PFP under Minister Richard Maru is a valuable coalition partner to the government. He said he is looking forward to working with the new MP to develop the huge agricultural potential in that part of the Sepik region in line with the National Agriculture Sector Plan. He also commended the runner-up and Pangu candidate John Simon for accepting the outcome of the by-election. Western Highlands and Enga provincial administrators jointly called on the national and provincial government to start planning for disaster. This call was made yesterday at the Ipatas Center in Enga province.
The dreadful experience of landslides in Enga and Western Highlands province, Provincial Administrator for Western Highlands Joseph Mangbil expressed that disaster is prone to happen in any parts of the country and called for the government to capture the disaster program in its budget.
I'm appealing to the Maprik government. That disaster is it will happen unexpectedly. So national government time working budget for 2024-25, me appeal. All must put in money from disaster in our country. At the national level, at the sub-national level, we have the honorable governor. We have the administration in place. The government is already in place at the sub-national level. Decentralization molds the powers from funding, especially disaster.
Enga Provincial Administrator shared his experience with the Mulitaka landslide and support the call made by Administrator Mangbil.
The experience in Mulitaka, if anything, has shown us the lack of preparedness of the government at all levels, the national and the provincial level, to address and mitigate the risk of disasters. With climate change and all the issues that are happening in the world today, disasters will become a regular occurrence. So this is a call to the national government, to the provincial governments across the country to start planning. Resourcing is one thing, but we need to start building capacity at the provincial level, at the district level, so that we can empower our government, government agencies and our government officers to effectively respond to disasters. In disaster response, the last 14 days have shown us that time is of the essence. We don't have the luxury of time. If we waste a second, waste a minute, waste a day, waste a week, we will lose lives in the hundreds and thousands. So having a disaster management strategy and a process in place is key. So I want to call up on the national government and our other line agencies that are responsible for disaster management is to learn from what has happened. We in Enga, I can share that in the last 14 days, we have tried to navigate through a quagmire that's been very difficult. We didn't have the processes, we didn't have the capacity, but thank you to a group of committed people and our international partners and friends, like we have at the visit of the Western Highlands team, we've been able to make it through on day 14 today.
Sharon Engnui, National EMTV News, Mount Hagen.
Chairman of the Enga Disaster Committee, Sandy Saka, revealed that the search and rescue work in Mulitaka landslide has ceased as of Friday, the 7th of June, and indicated that they have declared the landslide area as the mass burial site. 11 bodies have been recovered since the landslide occurred on the 24th of May. Number of deaths is yet to be confirmed, but it is feared to be high.
Mipla working two announcements. Today, Mipla call him off search and recovery. This is the site where landslide come up long and after 14 days, Mipla sim advice also. And we hand safe both from a public health perspective, no risk long all is moving at quick. So Mipla declare him that search and recovery by finish today. This is a passing logo digi mat na Rosen body and finish today. So today this is the area Provincial Disaster Committee declare him mass burial site. And minimal said Mipla will move through the process. The second part of the place now start now rebuilding is the community. Disaster affecting planet life.
Business houses and associations, including the Provincial Administration of Western Highlands Province, have donated 200,000 kina in check and have donated food and relief supplies worth 200,000 kina, along with other donations from the business houses that totals up to 700,000 kina. The donation was presented to the Mulitaka community on Friday in Enga province.
In a convoy of a number of vehicles, the Western Highlands community stood in solidarity to sympathize with the people of Enga. As the convoy entered Wabek Township with all the relief supplies loaded in trucks, people of Enga stood with much gratitude and watched as the convoy entered Ipota Center. At the Ipota Center, where the presentation took place, words of gratitude were exchanged between the two provincial administrators, ward councillors of the 4 districts of Western Highlands Province, and other leaders, amongst others. Western Highlands Provincial Administrator gave the breakup of the donation.
My amount of provincial government administration from the province. Because of China, 200,000 of China Lee family. The Western Islands, the 100,000 are land along a PNC China Association, all give 100,000, a total of 300,000, 700,000. So all the money we put in more than okay. 4 container or load okay. Okay, 3 stuff back at 1 I'm said all tiny to all kage stuff. All mama take it all kage yubla, don't need me market management. All of that, all business houses, one on the Western Islands, thank you for your contributions. God sees that. Thanks a lot. Long Mipla, now Mipla Karakam, then Mipla Karam, 200,000 come. Go on the more kake. Not long contributions, all business community, now land long province, all schools. Now you look at the 6+ schools, secondary schools, and Mipla Pankarna give. This government, we got the figures. So all the car now, management, chairman, principals, all schools too all contribute more kage money one way or the other. So all car stuff and all kage stuff is all car. So all line contribute. So thank you, true. Province government in 200,000 maybe we block kage call up Teninga. Now 200,000 maybe Karaga want them. Mila to thank you long. Also, Governor of Minister, Honorable Jacob Maki put him 20,000. Honorable Minister Duma put him 20,000. Honorable Queen Bagredaki, Mitok Sawe, but then still put him on the money. Disaster relief collections have still only yet start. So Western Islands next 2 weeks. So Alman Karagam, but Mula Karagam, Kim comes along, disaster, provincial disaster committee chairman, the administrator and the team.
Enga Provincial Administrator Sandy Saka, when officially receiving the donation, gave acknowledgement.
So government, what is the support PA, what the leaders long, Western Islands provide him. Mi amama such a 2 block, 3 block container got spade na tent na support Yupla come. Yupla come helping me long, Yupla long, build him up next phase, lo impacted community. Yupla help him all emergency response, lo Marcy na all kage, but no, rebuild him all schools, rebuild him all housing, rebuild him life block community, and people something so. Mipla disaster, provincial disaster committee, Mipla plan ahead, what the next 6 weeks, what the next 6 months, what the next 6 years will be for impacted community, Mulitaka and the goals. No good Mipla thing was a Mipla go stop, give more legally Kaya, give more legally Marcina, but Mipla pull out no. Government, all partners, Mipla, he committed long assist so. Commitment long, Deputy Governor, PA long, Western Islands long, continue long. Look now, Alvin Mipla, number 1 for long journey. Every stop, but every long display, landslide by stop yet now. As government, all agencies, Mipla stop on, but Mipla work through wonderful community. So, thank you, look, Mipla. Now, thank you, Mipla, look forward long. Future partnership where Mipla can build him a good forward. Mipla online, Mipla can go on them. Blessing from God.
Sharon Engnui, National EMTV News, Mount Hagen.
Barrick Gold Corporation that operates Porgera Gold Mine in Enga Province announced a contribution of $500,000 that is equivalent to 1.9 million kina, together with another $500,000 from Sijin. The two companies will contribute $1 million that is equivalent to 3.8 million kina through New Porgera Limited. This is to help communities in the affected areas of Mulitaka to recover from the devastation of the landslide. National EMTV News continues after the break. After the break, stay with us.
Start your day the smart way with the new Smart Start Breakfast Biscuit. Whether you are busy or on a budget, Smart Start Breakfast Biscuits gives you a healthy and affordable breakfast to set you up for school or play. Smart Start Breakfast Biscuits are fortified with essential vitamins for body or brain health. They contain vitamin A for healthy growth and development, vitamin B6 for healthy metabolism, immune system and brain development, and vitamin B12 for nerve and cell health. Proudly made by Paradise Foods.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henow, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guy, true inspiration through generations.
Remember the joy of playing with your toys as a child? At Morning Plus, we believe that every small business deserves a chance to build and grow. That's why we offer asset financing.
Proud chance to building something new, to see a different point of view. With Morning Plus, we're ready to go.
Mipla Halivim Wari Belong You.
Power energy drink. Feel the power.
The current inflation is caused by three main factors, both internal and external. The external factors are the war in Ukraine and the COVID-19 pandemic. Headline inflation is the total inflation in a country, whereas the core, it excludes some of the volatilities in particular items like food and fuel, so they exclude them.
That's on Monday night, right here on your number one to watch, EMTV.
Welcome back to National EMTV News. Mulitaka International Terminal celebrates its Safety Day today at the Hubert Murray Stadium in Port Moresby. This is to advocate on climate change and how the industry tries to reduce carbon emissions on the different types of equipment at their workplace. The 2024 Safety Day saw a number of heavy equipment samples being displayed, which portray safety performance and conduct by operators. This is to combat the fight of climate change and safety measures of carbon emissions. From operating cranes to truck driving, demonstrations were performed by staff of the Mulitaka International Terminal Limited. This is Ginate Madi, a dispatch officer. He elaborated on the equipment display.
We have brought in this FL20. We'll put it on the charge. While it's on charge, really fully charged, it doesn't need the fuel for combustion. It's only the battery to be charged, and then we'll use it in operations. Most importantly, noise reduction, that's noise pollution, we're reducing it.
Henry Tao, an operations foreman, said the purpose of their display is to make awareness of how to handle safely the equipment that are factors to climate change.
Mobile harbor crane, MHC. When the vessel arrives, we have a mobile harbor crane there. So when the vessel arrives, we travel it and position at the quayside. So we discharge containers. Yeah. And after discharging, we load back empties and then we export them.
The theme of the day is ensuring safe and healthy work now in this changing climate. Chief Executive Officer of Mulitaka International Terminal, Robert Maxwell, highlighted on the event.
So today's MIT Safety Day 2024 combined the theme of safety and climate change. We had 6 stalls with energy and enthusiasm to actually make the equipment we use in the terminal and demonstrate to a very high standard what we can do in terms of climate change.
This is the first time the company took their annual Safety Day to celebrate at the Hubert Murray Stadium in the National Capital District. The celebration was witnessed by families and friends of the staff. Mulitaka International Terminal Limited handles international containers and accommodates break bulk vessels, mobile cranes and others. The company is under the International Container Terminal Services, Inc., a global port management company headquartered in Manila, Philippines. PNG Power Limited is implementing a program with funding support from the national government to improve electricity supply in Port Moresby. PP electing CEO Nehemiah Naris said this during the commissioning of the new Mulitaka substation feeders.
Mr. Naris said PNG Power will be carrying out the Port Moresby grid stabilization program in the coming months, which will affect power supply.
We will be carrying out a lot of planned outages. Why we are going to carry out these planned outages is because we now have or received about 60 new transformers, 30 new ABS switches. So that will be installed on all these aging feeders. Some of these transformers, the power transformers you see along the streets, they cannot cater for the current demand. They're aging. We need to replace that.
He said they will replace most of the old power transmission infrastructure with new ones.
This is not to cause inconvenience to our customers around the city, but this is to improve the transmission and distribution lines that we have so that we provide reliable power to our customers.
Naris said over 200 million kina has been allocated to carry out this exercise.
Made possible by the Marape Rosso government's support of 211 million. Of that, we've received about 100 million, and we're working on that.
He further expressed that PNG Power has legacy issues, and they are working to fix it.
We're going through those challenges. Most of these are aging infrastructure that's before us. We're not going to blame anyone. We've inherited that. But what we can do now is to try and fix and make it better for all of us.
The new feeders at the Mulitaka substation was built at the cost of 2.4 million kina and is the first of many upgrades that will be carried out in all other substations in the city.
We're not going anywhere. We are here to fix the problem.
Edson Kuso, National EMTV News.
A landowner clan within the Ramu Nico project footprint bought a new 15-seater bus in Madang province as an asset for their clan to venture into small and medium enterprise. The money used to purchase the bus was a long-term investment portion from the Ramu Nico royalty to the clan. The Saya clan hails from Ward 13 in the Astrala Bay LLG in Rai Coast District. Clan leader Pelango Samambu said the clan invested a portion of their royalty for 2023 and purchased the bus which will be used. Mr. Samambu encouraged other landowner groups in Ramu Nico project areas to use their royalties wisely and engage in sustainable SMEs or businesses that would generate benefits for their people. The retired international netball player Vicky Wilson-Oam has commended health workers in PNG for their commitment in saving the lives despite lack of health facilities in the country.
Health professionals in PNG work in some of the most trying resource-constrained conditions, yet they are committed in their job. The retired international netball player, who travelled to PNG with the Brisbane Broncos team this week to launch a BSP program, has commended health workers for their commitment in delivering the health service despite facing challenges.
And I sit here and I listen to these incredible stories about the work that you are doing throughout your country. And you people here, you really are the rock stars. You are the fabric of society that just keeps everything together. So what you do, we are just so, delighted.
Challenges facing health in the country includes funding issues, lack of hospital infrastructure, drug shortage and other related issues. However, health workers can save lives with the little they have. A former heart patient, Nathan Kima, who went through a successful heart surgery last year, said it is costly to travel overseas for medical treatment. He was fortunate to get treatment at the Port Moresby General Hospital.
You know, I was asked to raise about 200,000 kina or plus to go offshore to get my treatment done. The cost, when I heard about the cost that time, it really, got me into a depression because I had to think about how I'm going to raise that money. And I had to forcefully get myself out of the clinic to come to POMGEN. And from POMGEN I learned that there were services available for the cardiac treatment and screening and all that.
The cost of individuals traveling overseas to get medical treatment is equivalent to the cost of buying a single medical equipment like a heart scan machine, which can save thousands of lives in PNG. Esther Gane, National EMTV News.
Plastic bottles are one of the main contributors of rubbish found in the waterways as well as littered everywhere. Coca-Cola Euro-Pacific partners PNG and Branis Recycling have teamed up to raise awareness on their new recycling awareness campaign launched this morning in Hanwabada village in Moresby, Northwest.
Since launching the PET plastic bottles collection in May 2023, they've expanded the campaign within NCD. Once the bottles are being collected at the 3 Branis recycling sites in Hohola, Gordons and Geruhu, they will be turned into plastic flake using a granulator at the recycling facilities and then exported to Malaysia for recycling. CCE PNG Sales and Commercial Director explained the recycling program.
Really enjoy and love the Coca-Cola products, but unfortunately there is some waste attached to that. And so use this opportunity not just to enjoy our products, but to actually earn some money as well. So earning money by 1 kina for every kilo, but at the same time making sure that we keep the rubbish out of the waterways and out of the pristine environment of PNG.
Soli also gave an update on the current recycling materials that have been recycled so far.
So we've collected just under 200 tonnes since we piloted the project in May of 2023. It's been very successful. So far we know and what we understand, we've collected 25% of the PET bottles that we have put into Port Moresby.
General Manager of Branis Recycling explained the processes that the recycling plant does.
The coloured and the clear containers, they can either be squashed, you can put them with the labels, the caps, that we collect. As long as they're clean and clear, because then the machine is sensitive. When it picks up any stones or that, or grime, it basically just shuts off.
Village councillor and cricketer Rarua Dikana encouraged locals from Hanuabada to be responsible with their PET bottles and to recycle them.
Like I said, it's a win-win situation for the community and everyone in the village, and with the Coca-Cola as well. The incentives will actually encourage them to come forward and to keep our communities clean.
Mr. Soli also revealed the recycling awareness campaign in other parts of the country. Tamara Agavi, National MTV News.
Meanwhile, General Manager of Brownies Recycling Limited gave the recycling sites that you can bring your containers to be recycled at.
We have one at Ola, which is next to, it used to be the old tire service. Ola, the service station, there's a shop, Alif Trading, and right at the corner, that's where we have the Ola set up. And at Gordon's is on Auya Street, which is past Sitokui, Theodist Sitokui. We're just next to Small Industries. That's Gordon's, Auya Street. And Gero is near the CPL yard, BOC gas, just directly opposite. Yeah, so that's basically where the shredding is, shredding operations, and also we get the biggest PET collection.
National MTV News continues after the break with more stories. Stay with us.
Mamas One Time Telecom's Good Plum mobile data plans. With 8 exclusive mobile data plans to choose from, select a plan that best suits your budget. You can purchase a plan for as low as 3 kina for 1 gigabyte of data valid for 24 hours, or receive 130 gigabyte of data valid for 30 days for only 150 kina. Telecom, connecting you anywhere, anytime. Terms and conditions apply.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henau, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guy, true inspiration through generations.
The IPI Group is PNG's most innovative, dynamic and diverse logistics company, totally focused on delivering outstanding service. Our diversified divisions span from major warehousing, bulk fuel and road transport to large-scale commercial catering. The IPI Group of companies will be your partner, supplying tailor-made logistics solutions.
You're watching National MTV News. The Chinese ambassador to Papua New Guinea, His Excellency Zheng Fanwa, was farewelled this week following the end of his term here in Papua New Guinea.
Having arrived in May 2021 to Papua New Guinea, Mr. Fanwa has travelled 11 provinces apart from NCDC in the span of 3 years of his term as the ambassador to PNG. Mr. Fanwa said he has forged friendships that have given him a lot of support, and he will leave the country satisfied that through the joint efforts both countries have achieved many successes. Speaking at the farewell function of Mr. Fanwa, Foreign Minister Justin Tichenko said the Maraperoso government holds the One China policy and works with the Chinese government for the benefit of both countries in the bilateral relationship moving forward for bigger and better partnerships. Minister Tichenko said PNG looks forward to receiving the new ambassador. Mr. Fanwa's new posting will be Chinese ambassador to Berlin, Germany. He was farewelled by the members of parliament, senior government officials, representatives of diplomatic community, business houses and the Chinese community. Malinta Yopolo, National EMTV News.
Global ACOS, an academic consultancy, has established itself with a turnover of its students who are benefiting through their scholarship programs. CEO of Global ACOS, Mr. Sachin Shekhar, yesterday addressed a room packed with more than 50 people who were eager to learn about studying abroad in India. Mr. Shekhar addressed questions on the processes in expediting student visas, as well as general school life in universities in India. The Indian Embassy, with its continued stance on supporting and catering strong bilateral relations, has facilitated educational pathways for Papua New Guineans to study in India. Moving to overseas news, the U.S. continues to throw its weight behind the ceasefire and hostage release outlined by President Joe Biden.
No sign of peace. Just one of more than 50 targets Israel says it struck in the past 24 hours. With Gazan cities and tent camps demolished, desperate Palestinians are pleading for a ceasefire.
Hamas, accept the deal. It's enough.
But far-right members of Benjamin Netanyahu's coalition have threatened to bring down the Israeli government should the deal outlined by US President Joe Biden go ahead.
This is a draft of a reckless deal, and now there is some sort of an attempt to whitewash it.
The Prime Minister is insisting the ceasefire conditions have not changed, but he has doubled down on crushing Hamas.
We have gone a long way to return the hostages, while keeping the war's objectives in mind, primarily the elimination of Hamas.
It appears the Israeli Prime Minister's private commitments to the US are now being forced into the public eye by the White House, which wants an end to this war. It's left Benjamin Netanyahu having to placate his right-wing ministers, now suggesting a temporary truce could start while negotiations continue for a permanent ceasefire, leaving open the possibility the war could also continue. Despite the conflicting statements from Israel, Joe Biden has told Qatari mediators that Israel stands ready to move forward with the deal.
The only thing standing in the way of an immediate ceasefire today is Hamas.
The Israeli army has revealed 4 more of the hostages kidnapped by Hamas are now confirmed dead. The army believes the 4 were killed while Israel was operating in Khan Yunis, possibly by IDF fire.
High temperatures in northern Australia has created a tinderbox for wildfires, and the battle to beat them has become a year-long operation.
Scorched earth more than 10 times the size of the Australian Capital Territory. Last October's Barkly blaze burnt through an enormous area in central Australia. But it wasn't an isolated inferno, with 60% of the NT burnt out last season.
It's primed for fire, and so we've got this decadal fire event where fires occurring in the top end and central Oz.
But it's the unnecessary nature of the blazes causing the most angst for pastoralists, who think not enough resourcing or investigating priority is being given to prosecuting perpetrators.
I understand where the pastoralists are coming from. There's a lot of roads that go through their properties where people, some are deliberately malicious by people passing through. There's no doubt about it. What percentage, I couldn't tell you.
Conviction is a rarity, with only 25 prosecutions in the Northern Territory to date.
At the end of the day, there's no capacity for our police force to make charges stick, and that is a huge concern.
So we'll triage and we'll look at what the impact of that fire was, the economic impact, whether there's been lives put at risk or injury as a result of that fire. Then we'll commit resources to undertake that investigation work.
The Northern Territory Cattlemen's Association says the broader environmental consequences also need to be considered, arguing it could be holding back progress towards national carbon goals.
This is the next huge barrier, because at the moment we don't have the ability to effectively combat them in all circumstances. There isn't a lot of support and there isn't a lot of investment in this area.
The situation right now, though, means working in the country is tougher for cattlemen.
Now we're back in a lot of the areas worse than in the drought.
A hot topic for Australia's $12 billion beef industry.
3 Americans have been arrested for their involvement in a coup last month in the Democratic Republic of Congo.
3 Americans accused of being involved in an attempted coup last month in the Democratic Republic of Congo have appeared in a military court in the capital, Kinshasa. 6 people were killed during the coup attempt, which targeted President Felix Tshisekedi. The suspected leader of the plot, opposition figure Christian Malanga, was killed during the attempted coup. The defendants face a number of charges, including terrorism, murder and criminal association, and could face death.
National MTV News continues after the break with Trukai Sport. Stay with us.
They're gold nuggets. There's a flavor for everyone. The best tasting snack. Get a burst of gold nuggets. Cheese flavor.
Mega wow.
Chicken flavor.
Mega wow.
Cheese onion flavor.
Mega wow.
Barbecue flavor. Mega wow.
When you're on the go. One more. One more.
Get that burst of gold nuggets flavor.
Mega wow.
Top up now with Telecom's Good More bundles. Subscribe to any of Telecom's more bundle plans, ranging from 3 kina to 75 kina to enjoy unlimited on-net calls, more SMS, more data with increased off-net minutes. Choose from 8 exclusive plans, packed with more value to experience seamless communication with your family and friends. Telecom, connecting you anywhere, anytime. Terms and conditions apply.
Remember the joy of playing with your toys as a child? At Morning Plus, we believe that every small business deserves a chance to build and grow. That's why we offer asset financing.
Now chance to building something new, to see a different point of view. With Morning Plus, we're ready to go.
Nipla Halivim Wari Belong You.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henao, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always Trukai. Trukai, true inspiration through generations.
EMTV is now hiring a sales executive professional to join our sales team. The successful candidate will be responsible for identify potential clients for television campaigns, contact clients to discuss television campaign needs, create and present tailored campaign proposals, prepare television campaign schedules for clients. The successful candidate must have strong interpersonal and communication skills, be an effective listener, skilled negotiator with resilience and persistence, confident in sales presentations, proficient in Microsoft Office, preferably 5+ years of sales experience with a multimedia sales background is a plus. If you have the passion for creativity and top client services, please send us your application letter with your CV to hr@emtv.com.pg.
True Kai Sports.
Welcome to Trukai Sports. Former Barramandi's captain Rarua Dikana gave an update on the team's performance.
Rarua Dikana congratulated the team on bagging the Team of the Year at the SP Sports Awards, as well as gave an update on the team.
And for our boys to actually get up to the challenge and play well, they put up 130 odd, which was a pass score, but they bowled and fielded very well to they actually challenged the West Indies batsmen, and they actually got over our runs, but the spirit and the willingness to do well on that stage was really encouraging to see. That was amazing. I think they showed the world that we, as Papua New Guineans, as a cricket nation, we belong on that stage.
Dikana also thanked the management of Cricket PNG for their excellent management of the team and role in the Barramandi's top sporting achievements.
Cricket organization is one sport where they take the governance part of it very seriously. There's a good board on it, members on it, and the administration is all full-time. They're well organized, and that makes it easier for to look after our athletes, because there's people there 24/7 making sure that the game is growing and the players are developing. So that's the foundation that we've set in cricket.
Tamara Agavi, Trukai Sports.
The PNG NRLC fixture for today for round 9 saw intense matches between teams vying for the top spot.
Today saw Kimbe Cutters locked horns with the Engamioks at the Humphreys Oval in West New Britain. Hagen Eagles took on the Moni Plus Vipers at Zone Ambane Oval in Ziwaka. Snakes Tigers will clash with the Wagitumbes in Lay League ground tomorrow, as well as the Central Rabaris will be battling against the Gulf Isous at the National Football Stadium in Port Moresby. Goroka Lahanis will tackle it out with the Hello Wigmen at NSI in Goroka, and Mendi Muruks will be playing against the Gurias at Lay League ground tomorrow. James Guken, Trukai Sports.
Trukai Sports continues after the break. Stay with us.
Trukai Sports. Share the love with Gullah Ice Cream, Gullah Cone Ice Creams, Gullah Stick Ice Creams, and Gullah Classic Tub Ice Creams. Happiness begins with the Gullah range of fun flavors which create taste adventures and excitement with every bite. Treat yourself. Share with a friend while chilling. The whole family will enjoy. Everyone has their favorite. Which one is yours? Share the love with Gullah Ice Creams.
Gullah, Gullah, yum.
At Telecom, we're boosting our network. Households will enjoy better connections. Communities will get faster speeds and wider coverage. And business will profit from new towers and a more secure network. Plus, everyone will benefit from onshore storage that brings browsing home. It's all part of our ongoing billion kina nationwide investment. It feels good to be building a faster, stronger network for PNG.
The IPI Group is PNG's most innovative, dynamic and diverse logistics company, totally focused on delivering outstanding service. Our diversified divisions span from major warehousing, bulk fuel and road transport to large-scale commercial catering. The IPI Group of companies will be your partner, supplying tailor-made logistics solutions.
Power energy drink. Feel the power.
EMTV is now hiring a commercial producer to join our commercial production team. The successful candidate will be responsible for coordinating video production projects, concept development and script writing, plan, organize and administer multiple projects simultaneously, review video and liaise with client, prepare video production schedules. The successful candidate must have a strong creative vision, be an effective listener, have a fair understanding of other suits, ability to accept criticism and work well under pressure, attention to details, ability to meet strict deadlines, and have a fair experience in video production is a plus. If you have the passion for creativity and video production services, please send us your application letter with your CV to hr@emtv.com.pg.
Kissing the long way through, like in day long you, looking MTV, you're number one.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henau, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guy, true inspiration through generations.
You're watching Trukai Sports. Moving to Host Plus Cup, the matches were tied last season where the Devils are now seen sitting on the top of the score ladder.
Today saw the Cutters playing against the Dolphins at the Queensland Country Bank Stadium in Townsville. Tigers took on WM Seagulls at Totally West Stadium in Brisbane. The Northern Prides clashed with the Bears at Barrow Park in Cairns, and Capras took on the Seagulls at Rugby Park, Rockhampton. Tomorrow, PNG Hunters will face the Clydesdales at Toowoomba Sports Ground. James Guken, Trukai Sports.
The season of the Port Moresby Northwest Rugby League competition, round 11 games, has seen intense battles between A and B grade teams vying for the top spot.
In the round 11 matches, the B grade teams, TS Going Fox battled it out with Uni Youngsters at the Corner Tigers Oval. Fox won 4-0. In the second match, Mountain Bulls went head-to-head with the Mautana Roosters that saw the Mautana Roosters came on top with 14-6. The last B-grade match was an intense clash between Kagwa Woodmen and the Pit Steelers. Steelers came out victorious with 8-2. In the A-grade matches, the QPR Golf Panthers locked arms with Odas Magarima United 2. TS Going Fox went up against the Uni Youngsters. Mountain Bulls tackled it out with Mautana Roosters. Kagwa Woodmen played against Pit Steelers. United Suns went head-to-head with the Gero Ravens, and TST Fire Spiders took on Talk Springboks. Malinta Yopolo, Trukai Sports.
And that ends Trukai Sports. The Money Plus weather report is next. Stay with us.
Trukai Sports. Trukai Sports.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henau, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guy, true inspiration through generations.
At Telecom, we're boosting our network. Households will enjoy better connections, and business will profit from new towers and a more secure network. It feels good to be building a faster, stronger network for PNG.
Power energy drink. Feel the power.
This weather update is proudly brought to you by MoneyPlus, with you always.
The weather forecast for the next 24 hours in the southern region: Port Moresby City, partly cloudy with possible few showers and thunderstorms. Daru, partly cloudy. Kerema, cloudy with some showers and possible thunderstorms. Alatau, partly cloudy with few showers. Popondetta, partly cloudy. In the Momasa region, Ley City, mostly fine and partly cloudy. Madang, partly cloudy with possible brief showers. Wewak, partly cloudy with few showers. Vanimo, partly cloudy with showers. In the New Guinea Islands region, Lorengau, partly cloudy with some showers and possible thunderstorm. Kaveng, partly cloudy with possible brief showers. Kokopo and Rabaul, partly cloudy with some showers possible. Kimbe, partly cloudy with some showers and possible thunderstorm. Buka, partly cloudy with possible few showers and possible thunderstorm. In the Highlands region, Mount Hagen City, partly cloudy with possible showers and thunderstorm. Goroka Bands and Kundiawa, partly cloudy with rain showers and possible thunderstorm. Mendi, Tari and Wabeg, partly cloudy with rain showers and possible thunderstorm.
The weather update was proudly brought to you by MoneyPlus, with you always.
And that wraps up the news, sports and weather for Saturday, the 8th of June, 2024. From all of us here, pleasant viewing. Good night.
This news program was proudly brought to you by Smart Start Breakfast Biscuits and Gold Nuggets.
Coming up next, 7 p.m. Sportsmax Replay, Episode 12. 7:20 p.m. AFL Premiership. 10:30 p.m. Sportsmax Replay, Episode 13. And 11 p.m. UEFA Nations League.